to write a basic script. The program that we're going to be using today is called Celtics. You can download it either for free, $14.99, $19.99, or $39.99. The script that well, the option plan that I have is actually free. You can go into a better one the more you actually need it, or actually a pro or somebody who's doing like pictures, videos, graphs, and just all kind of other cool stuff. You just want to go higher. But I just have to do a script for my script writing class. The very first thing you want over, as far as it's going to be the scene. So for the scenes, there's two different types of scenes, and I'm going to go through those. So they have, if I press enter, they have INT, which is for interior. They have EXT for exterior. And or you can use a combination of interior and then you slash exterior. I didn't learn this in class. I was doing as far as when I was doing my scene description, which is the bottom part right here. I'll highlight it. When I was doing the bottom part as far as the scene description, it's going in. Obviously, I'm going underground to the subway station, underground subway station. But I start off at the top, so I go through downtown rush hour, crowded streets, hottest day of the year, a variation of people, enter and exit, pushing through crowd, pushing through the crowds, exhausted, pushing through the crowd. Sounds kind of funny. Exhausted, dripping in his and other people's sweat. So it's basically his and other people's sweat because they're rubbing up against each other. It just gives you that paints that scene. So if you have your sweat and other people's sweat, obviously it's really hot. Down the stairs into a large man-made hole. I didn't want to be redundant, and you shouldn't be, by putting underground station again. So man-made hole is obviously an underground station, and maybe he was marveling at like how good the craftsmanship of like the workers that actually did that by putting man-made hole. He's not walking into just a random cave. So that would be my scene description. So that's how I wind up putting the interior exterior. Another thing that I found online when I was looking for interior exteriors, I saw in this forum I/E. I obviously you can use that as well. I don't know why you couldn't, but it was on there, and a lot of people didn't know what IE stood for. So this is a quick brief of interior, exterior, exterior, or IE, and those are all things that you could use as far as your script goes. For me, so because I was going underground, it's an interior, exterior, and so this next portion here is your screen description or scene description. Sorry. So I did my scene description. That was weird. Um, Going downtown. In my first intro class, we had to describe the actual character, but I don't know exactly. I'm actually gonna find out in 2 days when I go to my second class if Marvin's supposed to be close up as like once you go into the man-made hole, Marvin 19 years old. It's just Marvin 19, and this is supposed to be 19 years old. and he's a young professional, latest technology enthusiast, and very punctual. Um, that latest looks a little bit too much, so it says technology enthusiast. It's too much, like technology enthusiast and very punctual. I wish I caught this because I already submitted this paper. So that would be scene description. Then I'll go into characters. Obviously, Marvin's my first character. When I first introduced Marvin, right here, first time he's gonna be capitalized. And then every time I do the characters, there's a little box here where it says scene heading, action, character, dialogue. So as soon as I click enter, it goes straight into a dialogue. So you can see up here, it will change. It says character, and then I just click in this section down here right underneath Marvin. It's on dialogue already. It automatically does that for you. And when I press enter, because right here is today is the big presentation. So obviously he has a presentation that he's going to. I just need to make it through all these people moving like molasses. So obviously the people are moving slow and he's in a hurry. And VO was really cool. I found VO. It's a voiceover. I don't know if that works for thoughts. If it does work for thoughts, then I could use it a lot more. But the explanation that I got out of this book that I'm reading, it goes as far as speakers or anything that you would be hearing. A voiceover would be radio, speakers. So overhead. So under the subway, they have these speakers with like these where they announce the announcements come on, and then so the voiceover, and I'm not sure how to merge that together, so I just put voiceover space. Due to the extreme weather conditions, the next train departing in 5 minutes from line 4 departs. I should have put departs. Due to extreme weather conditions, the next train departs in 5 minutes from line 4 and will be the last train of the day. And I wanted to say like thank you for blah 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 choosing something else, but I didn't want to be too over descriptive. 2 lines is already like cutting it. I kind of want to make it shorter. Then Marvin continues because there's no other character, so Marvin continues. And I'm not sure if I should put a voiceover. I can't miss this train. Come on, people, move. Like this could be inside his head, and this could be like, oh, like come on, people, move. Like it comes out. You're just like trying to go through people or trying to do a task, and you just automatically just speak a little bit. So I wasn't sure, but the continue here is just him continue talking. So then you go into action, this thing changes and it goes into an action. Passing the dialogue, you go into another action, and then Marvin continues. He pushes a large construction worker, Chuck. So you introduce Chuck for the first time. This is going to be an action. Chuck worked his whole life in construction in construction. I'm just gonna put worked his whole life in construction and is 7 feet tall. Chuck, and then this is the character, and this is the only time I use the parentheses. I'm not exactly 100% sure how to use the parentheses, but if you look at parentheses, it's just angry. And so it's like, hey, calm down. And then Marvin replies like, or what? And then Chuck just kind of, at this point, he's not angry anymore. Just like, look. Look could be like, look, everyone wants to go somewhere. You're not the only one. Marvin pushes Chuck again. Chuck knocks Marvin on his ass. So that's where you have your dialogue right here. And as far as he knocks him on his ass because he pushes him, I'm not sure if that would be in dialogue. I have a lot of questions, but I'm still in the learning process. So this would be my first script. I hope this would help a lot of people. I highly recommend Celtics because it's free. And for any script class, I don't think you'll be writing a lot of scripts. So this is some of the stuff that I learned, and there would be one more thing, the cover page. We went through it as far as the class, and I totally just remember this action tab right here. And when you are looking at it and you're looking at it through the class, or the instructor says action, or actions, you're like looking at this one little piece here, and then my eyes wandered over here. But if you look right over here, there's an actions, document actions, and then edit titles. So for my notes, I put actions, and I couldn't find how to do the actual title page. So if you don't have an action set up for your title page, when you go to print and you want to make it into a PDF, your name won't appear over here. So let me show you guys what I mean. So edit title page, never miss a beat, and author was not there. So when I go to print, it says just grip Subway. So I would close that, then I would go edit title page. Then I wind up in the title page. The title is never miss a beat. Line 1, I don't know what line 1 could be, maybe like some subheading, like Beyond the Dunes, Mad Max. I just watched the video, so it's like really melted in my head right now. So as far as author, I'm the author. Based on life. And so yeah, that's how you would never miss a beat, and then download. So this is my second draft, or it's more like my fifth draft at it, but this is it's gonna be my second when I script Subway, save. So yeah, no, that's it's very basics, and that's what you would need to get started as far as memorizing how to get this script all well put together, and get the title page. Because I've seen a lot of scripts, and they either don't have the headings, like the scene headings, the scene descriptions, the characters, the dialogue between the characters. It's all kind of mushed together, and it all looks like actions. I'm not saying these actions are all correct, because I'm gonna redo a video, and I'm gonna watch myself actually go through this explanation here. And if there's anything that I said that was wrong, if you can actually correct me, I would actually benefit from that, because your corrections be like, hey, look, you're messed up. You didn't do that there. And I was like, wow, I didn't know. Yeah, I was just doing it completely wrong. And thanks for watching. And actually, I'm about to get into another small assignment that I have to do. So that's it. Cool. Thank you.